Alright, I got this movie called Under Paris. Here we go. So we're covering like the north of France, right? You got this chick named Sophia. She's got a team. And they basically go investigating sharks and stuff like that. Now the thing is, this water's polluted. It's got plastic and everything. It's just dirty as fuck. So they think they spot out something at sea. Her team goes under there and, you know what I'm saying, they see what's up. It's like a baby whale that was done deal dead, trapped in his nets or whatever like that. But it was like teeth marks that it take the chunks out of his fucking baby whale, right? Then like a mako shark comes around, whatever like that. Now they study these mako sharks, but the thing about this is there's like 10 of them. They start swarming around. Now the thing about mako sharks is they don't hunt in packs like wolves. You know what I'm saying? Then this big ass shark comes out of nowhere. Now apparently this shark is named Lilith. They've been studying this shark for like a couple of months or whatever. Now the thing is, the last time they seen Lilith, the length was at 2.5. Now it's at 7. I'm like, what the fuck? Within like a couple of months. So bottom line is, this shark is not supposed to grow to be this big. So then one of us stabs him with a harpoon so he can get some DNA so he can get tested on or whatever like that. So apparently Lilith didn't like that shit. And then they came through and started snacking on the whole damn crew. They all done deal dead as shit. Now one of the members of the crew was Sophia's husband or whatever like that. So she dives in there to see what's going on. She sees a hand just laying there. That's all you need to know. And then she goes face to face with Lilith. Now, for some reason, Lilith goes after Sophia, but then Sophia sidesteps it or some shit like that, and then gets caught up in his net, is dragging her down, right? Now, this shark is dragging her all the way the fuck down to the point her ears start bleeding. So you're like, what the fuck? This chick, Sophia, got her foot out the net and swam all the way back up to the top and was still alive. How the fuck? Okay, then we get to 3 years later. We're just gonna say she's like a marine biologist or whatever like that. And she's teaching kids about the ecosystem and sharks and stuff like that. And then this one random kid says, hey, didn't your whole team die from chasing after sharks? I'm like, what's so funny about that? Not even bullies find that funny. Nobody finds that funny. So then she's leaving her seminar. This one chick named Mika comes up to her, right? Then she starts talking to her about Beacon 7. We're like, the fuck is that? Apparently Mika's done a lot of studying on Sophia, right? And the crew that Sophia belonged to, their code name was Beacon 7, but that was supposed to be under wraps. Alright, now I gotta mention at this point, now they're in Paris. You got these water police that patrol the water. The one sergeant is named by the name of Adil. And they're supposed to be patrolling the Maria Seine River. Now this river is connected to bridges and stretched long and wide, right? But they gotta protect it and make sure nobody's diving in there, nobody's doing no dumb shit. To keep from being polluted, even though this river is dirty as fuck already. So anyway, back to Sophia. Now Sophia's talking to Mika now. Mika goes into this little warehouse spot. She's got a whole group of networkers, right? One in particular is her girlfriend named Ellie. Ellie is like the techie of the group, you know what I'm saying? She's got transmissions to everything with receivers. And basically they can spot sharks within the vicinity. But here's the thing. They actually spot Lilith in the Maria River. Now Sophie's thinking this is impossible because makos are supposed to be freshwater fish. They shouldn't be able to survive in this type of water, like salt water. So Sophie kind of dismisses him and dips out. Because Mika and her team are supposed to be on like save the whales expedition and stuff like that, save the sharks. But trust me, this particular shark don't need saving. But there's also another reason why Mika's doing this. So Sophia goes back to her spot. She starts looking at old videos of the crew. Good and bad memories. Obviously because it ate for fucking sharks. But then she happens to have her own tracker and she notices that a shark is in the Maria River. So she's about to go down there and do her own investigating. Now Mika and Ellie end up going to this specific spot in the Maria River. The thing is, she's going to go diving in. Now what's she diving in for? She goes down there and she spots this car. Now the thing is, it's teeth marks big as fuck all around the entire car. What kind of mayhem shark could have did this? Lilith, clearly. And from the size of the teeth marks, you're thinking to yourself, this is some Jaws type of shark. Dead. You already know what it is. So here's the thing. Mika's friend got killed or whatever like that, but the car was sitting at the bottom of this river. And I'm thinking to myself, how did the car get down there? But she thought her friend was alive at one point, but then you think to yourself, maybe the friend got eaten by this shark. So after realizing all that, Mika, what the fuck did you expect to do by going down there and seeing the goddamn car? Then all of a sudden, Ellie sees the cop. She tugs on the string. Mika clips the cord. Ellie gets the fuck out of there. We hear fins going back and forth. We know the shark is in the area somewhere. Then she comes up to the surface, but the water police get her. And they take her goofy ass on to the station. But the thing is, she's not really trying to tell them why she was diving down there in the first place. Now, on their way to the station, they see this homeless dude chilling with his dog. I guess he was like a friend of the police or something or whatever. Meanwhile, Sophia was walking around. I know she sensed something, but she ain't see it. But the audience, we saw the shark fin, and it was big as shit. Lilith the motherfucking mutated. At least that's what we're all thinking. Mika finally breaks down to Sergeant Adil saying, yo, it's a shark in the waters. But they not believing that shit. Afterwards, they end up letting Mika go. Next day, we see the police investigating something. Sophia ends up showing up there, so you're thinking, though, why the hell they call Sophia there? Well, Mika told them to call. But then when she looks down to see what they're investigating, we see the homeless man tearing the fucking shreds. He's dead as shit and his dog. I was like, damn. So by the way it's been done, clearly no human could have did this. So now they're asking her expertise about these sharks. Now the thing is, she does have this little communicator thing or whatever, a little laptop indicating where the shark's gonna be at. So now they take it seriously. Adele is gonna send his team in there. Now Sophia obviously didn't want them to do this, but they're gonna do it anyway. So she brought her laptop and they got to going. Now here comes this bullshit. While the team is down there, you know what I'm saying, Sophie's got the indicator or whatever like that, seeing that the where the shark is could be getting closer. It's gotten closer. Now here's the thing. Mika thinks that the police are gonna kill the shark. She's all about saving the sharks of the ecosystem. But you know what she does? She tells Ellis to tap into the computer to block the traces on sharks, specifically Lilith. It shuts down all traces, including Sophia's joint too, while his crew is still fucking underwater. She was going to sacrifice the cops, ordering for them not to kill a shark. Really, Mika? So when Sophia lost the signal, she tells them get the fuck out the water. Later on, Sophia finds out Mika was the culprit to cause that shit. She's like, what the fuck? Now she's really pissed off at her because she's thinking back to her crew that died 3 years ago. We're like, really? You could have just killed the fucking cops on a mission she didn't want to go on in the first place. Now the cops that was underwater, they did see something down there, so they know it's some real shit. But now Sophia and Adele's got to meet with the mayor. Now this mayor, she'd have heard all about this shark business, but she ain't concerned with none of that shit. Now why is this? Because she's supposed to be hosting like some swimming type of triathlon Olympic shit. And basically when she does that, she's going to create a newer system, cleaner water, and build better scholastics and bridges for the Maria River. It should be put on the map to be a mayor or possibly president for like another 4 or 8 years or whatever. So she's thinking to herself, because there's only one shark, she's like, yeah, just get rid of it. We gotta get these things going. But clearly she don't know we're dealing with the jaws of Paris. There's always gonna be that one person that don't give a fuck about human safety as long as their parameters are being met. So then we see this video from Miko on like a worldwide tangent talking about all these sharks are dying for what? You know what I'm saying? We gotta save the sharks. She go on this petition, she going crazy. So Sophia and Adele are frustrated, right? Then all of a sudden they get a visit from Ellie. Turns out Ellie realized that Mika's gone crazy, so the thing is, she reactivated the tracker. Now the thing is, Mika and her crew are in the catacombs. Because apparently they knew the shark was in the catacombs. The thing is, I don't know if they did. But now Sophia knows all the strength of Ellie, and now we're like, oh shit, we gotta get them niggas the fuck out of there. Now think about Adele, he wants to help more than ever because, you know what I'm saying, he has a backstory too. He checked on Sophia's backstory about, you know, the crew and everything like that. The thing about Adele, he used to be a Marine. The thing is, he feels like a coward because he left his niggas in the heart of battle. After they rescued some civilians, all of a sudden they all got blown the fuck up. He feels responsible for not staying there, but bottom line is, had he stayed there, he'd have been done deal dead as shit too. Anyway, back to the catacombs, and this by far is about to be the dumbest shit. So Ellie ends up going back to the catacombs so she won't be detected by Mia for being a traitor or fraud or whatever the business is. Here's the dumb thing about this shit. Mika and Ellie are the only one in like swimsuits, right? There's a whole gang of people surrounding on the walls by this save the sharks cult. They're just standing there. They're just going regular shit on. I'm like, what the fuck do they expect to do? Now, Mika's got this sonar bar. It's going to trigger the shark so that way it could lead the shark out of the catacombs and out of the Maria River so it could go elsewhere. But here's my thing. How the fuck you going to lead out the goddamn catacombs? It's a circle or whatever like that. There's only like one little entrance to lead it back out of whatever. And then on top of that, that shit started to be flooded. What we gonna do? Make sure it followed the ball so it just follow you or whatever like that. Meanwhile, you don't get eaten by it because you think the sharks are still friendly and shit. This was dumb right from the start. So Adele, Sophia, and all the cops get on the scene. They finally like, hey, yo, get the fuck out the water. Mika ain't trying to go nowhere. It turns out, here comes Lilith, but Lilith also had a baby. So like, oh, it's two sharks. Oh, shit. She's petting the baby shark. She's thinking everything's all good and gravy. And all of a sudden, Lilith comes out of nowhere and snacks on the fuck out of Mika. She done dead as shit with a stupid ass. Now, for some strange reason, all these other people were trying to slide out the water, whatever like that, but they were getting knocked back in the water. I'm just like, fam. One of the cops got murked. We was like, oh, shit. Bottom line, the rest of these kids deserve to get murked just being there in the first place. You know how Ellie dies? In the midst of the chaos, she got kneed into the fucking wall. She didn't get eaten by the damn shark. I'm like, really, Ellie? Really? Bottom line, throughout all this calamity, 12 of the kids were killed. Everybody else had missing limbs. Only ones who was unscathed was Sophie, Adele, and some of the cops. Except for Leo, he got done dead as shit. Everybody that was able to get to the hospital got there. The mayor hears about the news and calls Sophie and Adele in the office. She's like, I thought you said it was one shark. Bottom line, well, there's one or two, it did a whole lot of goddamn damage. Well, apparently the mayor's gonna have an escort of police or whatever like that, but she's still going on with the triathlon. I'm like, now here comes some crazy shit. So apparently the cops got some information. They end up going back down this catacombs. It turns out the baby actually died. How did a baby shark die from all this calamity? I don't even know. So they take it back to the lab and able to get samples of the baby shark. Now, guess what? They found out that it's not even a mako shark anymore. It's like some type of mixed up hybrid. Now, how they figure this out? Because when she cut his stomach open, it was pregnant, there was a whole bunch of baby sharks inside of her. Here's the thing, though. This shark is only 2 months old. What? And on top of that, it doesn't need a male shark to reproduce. You know what the fuck this means. Lilith been snacking out here and all this shit just so they could reproduce and cause mayhem. So it's gonna be a bunch of sharks with Lilith's temperament. Yeah, that's a fucking problem. So since they still go to continue on with this goofy ass triathlon, the cops and Sophia got to come up with a plan. So basically what they're gonna do is they're gonna 2 cops go through one part of the river, right? Now Sophia's got this sonic generator. They're gonna open up one of these underwater gates and they set up explosives by them. When they turn the sound generator on, it's gonna lure all the sharks towards the sound and then they're gonna light the detonators and they're gonna blow them niggas the fuck up. Boy, oh boy, this is about to backfire. So it's time for that triathlon, they're all swimming and shit. The mayor's police try to block our police for a minute, but then they get discarded over somewhere else and they go through. They set up the detonators. Now one of the cops is ready to push the button, but the problem is Sophie's like, not yet. Because all those sharks are surrounded in the area, but the thing is Lilith is not there. Like, where the fuck is Lilith at? Next thing you know, Lilith comes out of nowhere and snacks on the cop with the detonator. Lilith is too smart, she ain't fall for the okie doke. When Lilith starts snacking, a couple more sharks start snapping, so we're like, shit, we can't make no sudden moves. Then another cop says, fuck it, I'm going for the detonator. If I get eaten, at least I'll be able to activate that shit. Which is exactly what happened. Now, Sophia and Adele didn't want to move because basically they probably would have got eaten, so they had to take the fucking blast. So bottom line is, boom, shit's exploding. Everybody's thinking all the sharks are done deal dead as shit, right? No. Sophia gets up, she's trying to go towards the boat, and then Lilith comes out of nowhere and flips the freaking cop boat. We're like, oh, they're done deal dead as shit. 2 more of the cops got done dealed, and then it was Sophia and Adele right there. Adele, my bad. But Lilith decided not to fuck with them because it smelled fresh meat. It smelled triathlon niggas. And then Lilith starts stacking on all them fools. Mayor looking all stupid. The carnage people kept getting pushed in the water, whatever like that, getting their candy asses done. Then the mayor's cops kept trying to shoot at the shark or whatever like that. They were shooting with infinite shells and whatnot. And Adele was telling them, no, don't shoot the shells. So apparently, I guess they had World War III shells at the bottom of the ocean or whatever. It started clicking and shit just started exploding. Like it was exploding fucking bridges and shit. Everything was falling down. London bridges falling down or Paris bridges, whatever. There was a massacre and a whole bunch of people got lit, got fucked up. Last thing we see in the movie is Sophie just waking up, whatever like that. There's all types of carnage and shit. She ends up getting Adele over to this spot, which looks like it's about to sink anyway. Then we see one shark circling around them. Then it becomes a bunch of sharks circling around them. And Lilith starts circling around them too. We're like, oh shit, they didn't kill all of them. In fact, when the explosions hit, they only killed a small portion of them. And that's how the movie ended. So basically, it was Jaws in Paris with a bunch of little Jawses. Under Paris on Netflix. Check it out.